morning now that you put like you gave them 4 to 7. We have people leave at 1 a.m.
Holy cow.
I was like, I said I gotta go sleep. Like, guys, you can stay all night. I'm out. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Alright, we'll bring one of the charts. Setting up the touch here. 1 second. I'll embarrass myself. I'll stop sharing for a moment till I set this up. All right. Did it much faster today. All right, so what we'll do is we'll look the monthly bottoms. And yeah, so I just changed it. So if you do have that scan, right? If you purchased it through Lifetime, so you do have the ability to change the scans, right? Where you want to run it weekly, quarterly, yearly. And typically I like to look for stocks that are on the bottom of the monthlies, quarterlies, right? And if there's confluence between, that's even better. And then you see the clouds. The green one's quarterly, the purple one is monthly. And it just gives you the tops and the bottoms, right? And if I go on a weekly time frame, you should also find the weekly cloud here. All right, let's see what we got. What's the sector? Sectors there. Where's that thing? All right, so let's take a look now. If you guys see something or want a stock, read the chat. And then, as you guys know, I do take notes on the shares that we get. I post them here, right? And then we kind of go and I announce when I'm adding something in the chat, right? And you guys might have a different trigger, but I'll post when I'm entering shares myself. All right. So let's go down the list, right? Just so there's some real estate in. I don't think it's ready yet.
Did you hear that they announced 50-year mortgages last night?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
that's crazy.
I mean, that's gonna basically double what you're paying on 30-year interest.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
I guess that's how they're willing to fight the inflation. So yeah, I think this is ready to go, guys. ENPH. I have some and I bought some calls as well, but I think this is ready. As you guys know, I'm not big personal lagging indicators, but this is reversing on the monthly, right? We're trying to flip. And then on the weekly, there was nice setup for divergences being played out. And now I just tapped the monthly or weekly bottom here. A very good chance that this can at least go to 38. And ultimately we can target 46 and then 69 and so on. But this could be a long-term hold, considering all the, I would say, all the data centers and potential for solar's panel to get in. I think this is not bad. So if you don't have any exposure, you should probably take a look at it. So I'll have that one. What DO is. Check real quick. They do some stuff with semiconductors, but they haven't really grown much. They're not growing. Bread technology. Wow. What a niche company. Zero. Some of these names I don't know, right? So I just on my other screen, I'm just looking to see what they do on a quick financial scan. Has anyone heard of this Navanta? So this company here is robotics and medical solutions. So like for surgeries and all that. So this one might not be bad to take a look at. My God, they got destroyed on the full cent. Okay. I won't get this one yet, but Adobe, I had closed everything there. Just they were taking too long on Adobe. And you see them now, I just swept this. I still think they will bounce, but I closed it completely. And it seems like that this here, what is this? This is a weekly bottom at 323. It's gonna run and it's gonna go to 500s. It's just a question of when are they gonna be ready to pop. And it seems like it'll take some earnings to do it. They have it on December. Maybe options on it, but I waited too long for this and they did nothing, right? So they're just in accumulation phase right now. My entry was not the best, so I took a hit on that one.
Hey, Shorty, do I sound any better now?
Yeah, you sound back to yourself.
Oh, older? Somebody has a question.
ENPH, they're like 2 years out, and I grabbed hundreds, so I'm just playing speculation play on it, Robert. FIS. They just got a new CFO actually, and I happen to know the person. This is a really interesting setup.
The buying tail looks nice.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I'm on the. There's the regular candles. Look at that. That looks pretty good. I mean, this seems to be the spot for it. And the CFO that they just got, he's like a finance engineering mind. He's actually really good, Paul. Not because I know him personally, but just because he's pretty good at it.
I work with Fidelity a lot.
I think this company might not be a bad start. At first, maybe start a setup and start capturing some shares. Don't go all in, but start grabbing some. So I would definitely look at this one. Even if it's just a small position to start. Global Payments, I hate that company. They're the Jack Welches of payments world. Yeah, this looks pretty weak. I will not initiate along here. Wow, Moderna is at $24. Isn't this the vaccine company?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't touch any of this. This is actually a pretty decent setup for UNH, guys. If you guys missed it, this is not a bad setup for UNH. They got inside the clouds, right? And now they're holding the quarterly mid here. This is not bad at all. Yeah, this looks pretty good. You see how they dipped below the quarterly here? And then they reclaimed it, and they're sitting right at it. If you don't have UNH, this might not be a good, might not be a bad, like review it and see how it fits. But this looks pretty good. And this one doesn't look too bad. Oh, Cigna might be interesting as well. This one looks good, but man, if you could catch this at 200, this would be a steal. Just put up so I can create up. Just set an alert for CI if it ever comes to 10 to 200. I'll be interested in buying it there, not here, maybe. Aligned. This one sounds so familiar. Yeah, that's why. It's the Invisalign. I don't know. I guess you guys have heard of that one. I'm like, why is this so familiar? Because I think I'm about to start getting a bill from my kiddo from them. Their sales are just staying flat. They're really not growing. Holy moly, this company was a 700. What?
Wow, no wonder. I have Invisalign right now and I got it for like half price on Black Friday week last year.
Wow. But I think they control the price. That's what I understand is the dentists don't really get to control the price. It's the Invisalign that controls the price. But I don't know. Actually, my sister-in-law is a dentist, so I could probably check.
They work good though. I'm almost done.
How
It's
long
been
did
about a
it
year.
take you?
Like
Wow,
a year, yeah.
that's crazy. I just don't get how that works. Like,
You change them like every week. They give you these trays, and it is painful because the teeth are moving, but it works.
that's insane. Like, to me, that's just insane. But I guess,
Yeah, I doubted it too, but it works.
well, all right. Well, I think my kiddo, my wife scheduled him to do that. Oh, what a chart! Monthly full send, and I mean, what in the hell were they?
Yeah, that looks really bad.
83%. I really like maybe a chance to get in a little bit here.
So they originally were gonna charge me like 7,000, and then at the end of the year they had a sale for 4,500, so I took it.
Well, what is? I have to. I really like this, but just have to see. I'm gonna do some digging probably tonight on this one. And I don't know if there's any statistics. How do you tell if the new kids will have messed up teeth or not? Like, is there a way to predict that?
Well, I would say where I live, there's a lot of dentists, so they're making good money.
Yeah, I'll have to look. But this is a really good chart. I guess they had earnings and they were bad. Well, I mean, they beat their earnings. I don't know. I mean, well, yeah. So if you guys care to see, I'm just looking to see how they did last quarter. So their revenue is not really like growing that much. So they have pretty good financial team. This is very good. Not good, but you get my point from investment point. It's good. This is not the best. But this is good. That they're entering different markets. And can you guys tie anything out what I just pointed here above and here? I highlighted it just a second ago. And you read, does this make sense? You read this sentence and then you say, this sentence here, does that check out?
It's like contradicting.
No, it's actually checking out because you can't charge $7,000 in these countries. So you have to lower your price so it can be more affordable, which actually eats your profit margin.
Oh, okay.
But the facts on, I guess if you're a CEO in this company, what would be your next step to figure out between these 2 points?
I think they need to increase their sales in order to get their profits.
Yeah, either you get economies of scale or you find a cheaper way to make them so that way you don't lose 6.4 points, right? So,
Yeah.
you need to optimize cost or get economies of scale on purchasing side so you can grow. I want to see it by country real quick if they have it. Oh, this is interesting. What happens when you buy I'm giving you guys a little lesson on financials. When you buy shares, what happens to your earnings per share?
When you have more, what happens to the earnings?
You repurchase the shares, what happens to your earnings per share?
It goes up.
It goes up, right? So if you have any models, financial models, this is important. They're doing it.
That makes sense.
I'm just giving you guys what I go through before I make a decision sometimes on a company that I'm not familiar with. Not everything I see I buy, right? I do look at it. So, and then typically if they have an 8K report, 10K report, probably not a bad idea just to familiarize yourself with those. So that way you can find those on, I use stockanalysis.com and you can find their quarterly report here. While it looks like it's a lot of pages, there's a lot of charts. And then they give you some insights as well, their operations, right? So I would, if you've never read one, I can also break it down and summarize one, maybe this one if you guys want. But if you're going to start investing money in for your family, it's important that you know what you're reading. See, like for instance, this one.
I think it's a good idea to try to learn how to read this and understand it better.
Yeah, I can give you guys a summary on this actually. I can give you key points to take out of it. Not every point here is going to be as important, but at least for me, what I take away from it, I can give you guys that. I'll use this one as a case study. But 10 quarterly is pretty good. This is the yearly. This is current. This one will be a little less, but the Q one I would definitely read. So I'll do that. But this is a very interesting company, and if anyone has read Demographic Cliff book, probably suggest you read it. Companies like this, they can be really predictable in terms of cycles. The only thing I don't know, and I have to look into that, what raw materials go into their product? Like, what is it? How did they obtain it? Where did they obtain it? Is it China? Are they dependent on China? Are they dependent somewhere else? But to go from this price to here, 700. So, man, they had a bunch of full cents. Had one on the bottom, drove another 300, kind of going bearish full cent, and it drove it down here. So I'll probably add this, and I don't know if this is, I'm sure it's optionable. I just don't know if it's liquid, but I'm gonna add this one.
Hey, Shorty, can you explain why the earnings per share like goes up if they do stock buyback?
Yeah, so I mean, if you're buying number of shares outstanding, you're diluting the shares, you're dividing it to get your earnings per share. So if you have, I'm just giving you an example, 100 shares, and now you buy 50 shares, your common denominator is going down, right? So your number is going to be naturally higher earning per share. A lot of companies do that. They have cash, right? And if they know they're going to miss earnings per share, especially if the stock is cheap, you do that to kind of recover the earnings per share. There's a balance that you have to kind of play with, right? When I was, I think, 20 something, I wrote a model actually for Goldman Sachs at that time on earnings per share and modeling regional and I would say global companies when they're in global world, how to manage that along with FX impacts, tailwinds, headwinds, along with EPS outstanding, your share price. So I wrote a model for them and they utilized it for a while. But I can explain that. I can give you part of this 10K analysis that I'll do. I'll put it in there so you guys have an example. So it can make more sense a little bit. But you're basically bringing back the common denominator a little bit less. So when you divide it with the number that's less, your earnings per share will go higher. Earnings per share. And if you're buying back the shares, then EPS starts growing.
Got it.
But
So it is based on the outstanding shares, not the one which company owns.
that's correct.
Oh, okay, got it.
There's a question.
I'm sorry.
Some
There's a
question in
request
chat.
in the yeah.
Okay, let me see. PayPal. Yeah, I think Dorothy, you're right. And yeah, demographic cliff. Yeah, I think it's economy driven. I just can't something kind of and we can check their sales, right? If they were public for a while. I feel like the world has gotten into the race of who's got better, especially in the upper maybe 10-15%. So I think they would just buy it regardless in that category of income. I think they would just buy it. And I think we would have to check, Align's earnings, maybe if they are public. I don't know when they weren't public. In 2008, if they're there, how did they react? See when did they go? So they went public 2001. So we would have the data to do some analysis. So I'd probably do that and see how did they respond, to a recession. I would agree with you on paper that yes, it makes sense, right? That when you're struggling, you're not going to be putting braces for your kid, right? You're just going to look a little off, but that's okay. But somehow they have a lot of free cash flow. They have a $500 million a year. And their PE ratio is back to 26. It hasn't been here in years. Last time it was in 2023. And here's your, let's see, where's PE? It was in 2020. So this is where their PE was 23 price to earnings, and now it jumped. Oh, this is, sorry, stock. So here's 2020. That's where their PE last time was pretty low. Now they're back to it. So now this seems to be a pretty good opportunity, but I'll do some research on this one. I really like this stock. I like the setup that it has. Full send on the monthly on the bottom of quarterly and monthly cloud. I think if patience allows, you're looking at like almost a double here and then a little bit more than here. Ultimately, if you're patient enough, you trim your investment and basically ride from here to here for free, meaning zero risk, right, to your portfolio. And that's typically what I do. I will cover my investment initially, keep the rest, let it ride. And then if I see kind of like AT&T, if you guys remember, here's AT&T, you know, I was pretty heavy here. If you guys remember, it was almost 37% of my portfolio at one point. I loaded up here and then I sold some, I believe here. I sold a lot here and then I'm completely out. And I would raise the cash. It was somewhere around here, but I got out. And this is not going to $20, so I probably would be interested in $20 if they're willing to offer that here. So same setup psychologically that I'll be looking for. But this company, COO, have no idea what they are. Cooper or something. Cooper Companies has a very good setup. You can make really quick money on this, guys. You can make 25% on this probably by year end. So I'm gonna check something quick. If you guys know it, screen. Oh,
There's a
you
few at the
know,
bottom.
a few at the bottom line.
Like there's a Procter and Gamble, Colgate,
Yeah, oh yeah,
Target.
we'll get to these. But
There's
this
some
one
big ones.
here, do you guys know what they do?
Tire company?
Yeah, they make lenses. And 2020 to here, they almost doubled in sales. Yeah.
Surgical company?
Say it again.
I didn't know that was a surgical.
Yeah, they make lenses and I guess some surgical side. I mean, the stock itself looks very good for a long term. add, and we can really make 25% here really quickly. If we can get this anywhere here in 70, that would be good. I would, if I can get it below 72, that's great. I'll take that. I'll look to add this one. Oh, this one looks bad. This one has a lot more. Do you guys see the difference between this one and COO? So this is, I guess, LNTH. Take a look. And here's COO. What's the difference between the two?
Oh,
Does anyone see the
Big.
difference?
I don't see a difference.
Okay, so here's COO. Monthly bottom, quarterly was tapped right here at the bottom of it. So you have really good support between monthly and quarterly here on this stock, COO. LNTH. What's the difference here?
It looks like that candle is going to test the bottom again.
No, there's a very high chance they're going to go to quarterly bottom here. You know, there's a lot more space in between, and this is called, of course, an imbalance in buying. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come here 24. COO, in other words, has already done that. You see how they came back and they tested the quarterly bottom perfectly. And last time they did that, they ran it to 110. I would be betting just to go here, make 25%, put 100K in it, and make $25,000. If they do this, that's, you know, that's a blessing. But they could make 25K pretty quickly on this. So I added that one on my list. What in the world is this? Golly. Oof. This is a beautiful setup. Does everybody see it? Man, this is, whatever this is, but looks solid. Why does this look solid? What is
The
this?
buying sale.
There's a really nice buying tail on the monthly. They swept the lows here, right? Man, this looks, I don't know what they do at all. BDX. Wow, they're making money too.
Would that kind of be like a poor low?
Well, they swept the poor low, right? They trapped the people here below it. And they pushed the price back up. So these guys that were short, yeah, they swept it already. They fixed it. If they came in here and they traded, you know, and never swept this, that would be definitely a poor low. But this looks like they fixed it. I mean, this is an old company, 1897. Like, I've never heard of this company. Sorry, I guess I'm not that huge into it. But man, they're actually pretty good financially.
It's another medical company. I think like
Yeah,
lab.
we're in the healthcare area
Oh,
here. Wow, I really like this one. And that looks pretty. I remember this one here. Look at the volume on this one. This one right here, DXCM. I'm gonna park on this one for a moment. Let me see what they got here. I remember this stock for some reason. Wow. What they do, but I remember seeing the name. Oh. Well, this one is really good. They focus on medical devices for continuous glucose monitoring. Do you think you guys, United States and the world, will be more diabetic or less diabetic over the next 50 years?
Sheesh, they're worse than ever.
I mean, I think I read, maybe I misread it, but I think it was like 1 in every 3 people was expected. So, have you guys seen people wear these? Or
Yes,
maybe
I
you
wear
don't?
them
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
all the time.
So, this is the company that we're talking about. Dexcom. I don't know. I've never really looked at how much they cost, but this is monthly. Well, I guess I'm not diabetic, so I don't know how that works, but every month you have to
When
pay
when they first
$100.
came out, they were affordable. The insurance.
Your mic's breaking up. No. So don't use if you're on insulin. So I don't know what it's for. I mean, I have no idea. But I've seen people, at least when I coach soccer, little kids would have these.
It monitors you 24/7, so you don't have to poke yourself every time.
They have like AI meal plans and all that. But that's what they do, and their quarterly bottom here is good. I'm gonna add a position or keep it very. If they can give me this 48 on this, guys, I'm gonna be in long on this. Should be forming a weekly soon. Yeah, it should be a weekly sun soon. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go in on this. Oh, I like this one. I just have to also check one thing about their products. Do they have actually anything for diabetics? Like so they do have it as well. So I just Googled it. So they have the same thing for, I guess, for diabetics to use. Yeah, so it's a very, I would say, promising market. Considering the obesity and all that, I think this is. Yeah, if they can give me 48 in this, I'll be in, guys. Yeah, if they give us 48, guys, I think this is good. This is excellent. Let me see. Do they have earnings already? So they beat BPS or estimates here. Excuse me. Just checking something, guys, in the background on this. All right, I'll move on from this one. I think I'm done with healthcare. Let's see, consumer staples, health. This one sounds familiar. Wasn't this the? I don't know, maybe not. Wasn't this the Estee Lauder? Is this the Estee Lauder? Yeah, I'm mixing them up. No, it's not it. Yeah, this one has a little bit more to go.
Yeah, Elf is a cheaper.
If they can give us Colgate cheaper, this would be a very good. I think that's what we wanted. Colgate a little bit cheaper. Procter and Gamble's on the list. So they just completed basically a monthly from perfect from top to the bottom here. $40. Ideally they would give us 120s. This is not a bad stock to have in your portfolio. They pay pretty good dividends as well. Now their annual dividend is $4. It's not bad. And you know what the problem is with these companies? Does anyone know? Companies have to market to these younger generations. Do you think they know how? 100% yet how to get in? Like the baby boomers, they figured it out. But do you think their models are working right now? I think
No,
the newer generations are more aware, more holistic in terms of buying, like buying better products for themselves, looking out, they're waking up, I would say, in that sense. And one company that could help them break that down would be Snap. So hence why I'm bullish on Snap. Target. Do have Target. Guys, so monthly full send on Target. Keeps coming back. I mean, I think this is a pretty good opportunity. If you don't have it, might be worthwhile to check in and look at Target. And do you guys know that they're being considered for a private equity buyout? Did you guys read that? Anyone? You guys are quite a bunch. Yeah, so this is not
Say
bad.
that again? Sorry, I walked away.
No, Target's being looked at for a buyout. So it's actually a pretty good opportunity if you don't have shares to look at it, see if it fits your style and risk.
Do they pay any dividends?
Yes, they do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they do pay. I think it was 4% or something like that. I can check right now.
They pay 5, so that's even better.
Yeah, 5%. Yeah. Yeah, here's your. It's actually really good price for Target.
Yeah, that looks like a
Their
really good buy.
their ratios are, I would say, let's see. And I think it's not a bad opportunity on target. Sprouts, I spend a lot of money there. And they're getting destroyed. It's good. Wow. Yeah, this is not done yet. I wouldn't buy this. This is going a lot lower. Oh, we did play RH, if you guys remember. We made some money on this one. And kid you not, about maybe last week, my wife's like, oh, I found furniture on this website. And I'm like, what's the website? And I was hoping it's not RH. And of course, she found furniture on RH. There's nothing cheap on RH. I think the cheapest sofa is $5,000. Data, less data. Yeah. Does not like the daily, weekly. I mean, this has a chance, guys. Reclaim 165. Even if you play options for 200, this is not bad. They're the only company that weathered the storm with inflation so far. Pretty good. So, right. Yeah, this one's not bad. Got probably some options on it. I like this one. Maybe it'll be okay. Now, let's see. Consumer discretionary. I thought no, that's something else. I thought they were bankrupt. Somebody messaged me about this one. See what's going on here. Why is it taking too long? Okay, it's just a stock, I guess. It all looks better on a 615 screen. But if I was to do that, you guys would scream. The video has a full sun on weekly higher. That's great. I just want to see if it's gonna work. Oh man, losing this 180 is a disaster for NVIDIA, guys. But let's see where we are in this one. Floor and core. If you guys see BBWI, I think somebody asked me about this one. This one looks interesting. I confused the stock, and I think I responded to you wrong. I confused it with the Bat Beyond. I think it was Bed and Beyond. But this is something else. I think this is the candle shop.
Yeah, this is the fragrance.
Oh yeah. Just don't know if they make money. Never been inside the store.
At Christmas time, they do. Everybody buys their stuff.
Really? Wow, they make $7 billion a year. Holy shit.
Yeah, they're a huge company.
They do have a decent, I mean, not the best, but they have a decent dividends, and their payout ratio is really low. That's actually pretty good right here. They're gonna be consistent. It's not bad. They were $110 company at one point. What in the wow. Selling fragrances. Please, why in the hell are you guys obsessed with this? I doubt it's
I
any.
don't know. It's a cheaper branch. A lot of people buy it and gift it or do those deals. As far
Yeah, they do a lot of good sales.
yeah, cheap.
I've seen it inside the malls, but I haven't really been inside the malls in a very long time, so I don't know. It's just on volume profile, it just does not look. It could easily go to about $14. Somewhere around here. It could go there. That'd be a significant drawdown. But like you said, they just swept the lows here. Man, this looks really. If we could get this $32. Let's see, they're 22. Let's say we get it 23. I think we could play this run up of, if you guys say it's seasonal. 33% on this we could make on this stock. That's
Yeah,
really
it's a
good.
seasonal Christmas.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna put some money in it, see if I can catch it. Probably give it 20% stop loss for, so I can be net 15 in case it does draw down or whatever it does. Let's see. I like this for 30% gain. This looks pretty good. Let's see, pool. All these like food places got slaughtered. This one is Kava's, but this one I would say is one of my favorite when you compare it to Chipotle and stuff like that. This actually is not a bad choice of food here. Oh my god, I can't believe somebody bought this at 170. Oh my god. Oof. I can't even imagine buying it here and then just watching it. Oh, I'll add more here. I'll add more here. I'll add more here. And you don't
Love
have
Kava
anything.
in general.
Say it again.
I love Kava. I go there often.
Yeah, Kaba's my favorite from all the places. Like, if you want to call it fast food, I would say it's my favorite. Just looking to see what is our volume.
We don't have any near me.
The IPO was around what, 40? Oh man, this is a pretty good setup, guys, on Kava. Let me show you. This is just the old time from IPO to here. And you can see how well they've done this. You know, low volume node here, and look at the flush, look at the buying. Now they struggled around the cumulative price just like they did here, and they're slicing it down, and then you can see that there's, this was what they had to hold, and they went below it. And now if they can give us something like this, right, where they sweep these lows of this sigma, right, or first standard deviation and reclaim this, it becomes pretty good. The only thing is, what do people stop doing when recession comes in? We talked about this a few times.
Eating out.
Eating out, right? I mean, and that's why you see this is a first warning sign that we're going to be in recession, right? There's a lot of food people here. Nike's there. I actually did not end up getting Nike Friday. I wanted to, but I did not get it. But this is the same setup. If you guys remember when we played it here, I had a pretty large position when this happened. I remember that they had like a crazy earnings, like, and they ran it up quite a bit. This is not a bad opportunity for Nike. So deck, I looked at deck. This one looks, oops, this one looks promising as well. There are some buyers, they swept these lows, and if they're able to reclaim 94, this has a potential to go, like a pretty good potential to fly. Remember they make the Hoka shoes and the UGG brand. So let's see. I do have UPS, as you guys know. Yeah, I have UPS. UPS is in my portfolio. So UPS, one of my friends he's a C-level executive in another company. He actually praised UPS for the strategy that they're trying to do right now. So they're trying to focus on more of a global shipments instead of distributing, house to house. He's pretty positive on this movement, which makes sense. Your margins should be higher when you do it, shipments at that level versus house to house because it takes a lot more. But this looks good, guys. UPS is, I think it's a pretty good setup. I do have a large chunk of UPS. So it says booze, Alan, like alcohol. Is that what it means? Wow. What in the world? Have you guys ever heard of this company? This one?
No.
Not me.
Wow. Yeah, well, let me bring it
Nope.
up so you guys read it. Because I was just like, what in the world?
Wow, AI.
Like what?
They actually
Nine,
reached out to me 2 weeks ago for a job, actually.
why don't you get a job there? Is it C-level stuff?
I'm kind of not interested at the moment, but maybe in the future.
Tell me why you're not interested.
Because of what I got going on at Hopkins, where I'm at right now. It's better for the PhD and just those connections at the current moment.
I'm assuming this is knowledge speaking.
Yes, sir.
Figured. Do you know much about this company though?
Yeah, Booz Allen guys.
Yeah.
It's compared to McKinsey and those guys, consultancy company. They do a ton of SAP installations and then management consulting, strategy consulting, that kind of stuff. And now everything is AI, so they're saying they do AI consulting too. It's a consultancy like McKinsey.
But they're just tied to the government. Like all their revenue is almost government.
Yes. Biggest clients.
Man,
Been around forever. 1914. Sheesh.
even Tom wasn't alive then.
Yeah,
Even I wasn't.
almost there.
Yeah. Oh man, this one's just interesting. I like when you find some stocks like this under the radar. But this one looks very interesting. I'm just checking something else. Here's their volume profile. So you can see, obviously, just staring at it, right? You know, there's a lot of consolidation in this area. This is where they accumulated, and this is where they sent it from. And look where we are. Gonna delete the developing so you guys can focus. Look where we are. I mean, this is probably an easy bounce from here. Another 30%. That one's very interesting stock. And I've actually never heard of this company. That one's very interesting. CBC. What in the world is this? Okay, we'll skip that one. Well, Equifax got. This is not done for Equifax. They're gonna go lower. KPR. Thomson Reuters. I hate Thomson Reuters. Hope they die. Ooh, I don't hate them anymore, but whoa,
They died.
whoa. A weekly full send on this off the monthly bottom, and you're above it now. All that for 36%. No, I'll pass. You have to cross so much to get there. ADP, let's see how they're doing. Guess I care about ADP at one point in my life. Man, look at that. To a thick monthly cloud. So this is going to 272, but I'm not interested. This has a lot more room to fall as well. PayX, that one's a pretty large company. A lot of industrials here. Yeah, I think this becomes tested here. I'm not interested in this one either. A lot of these paying companies that do payroll are, like Paylocity is also one of them.
Yeah, I have that.
You have shares of this?
No, like my company uses Paylocity.
Yeah, they're like, I think they do global. I'm not sure what they do, but they do payroll. Let's put the dividends.
I feel like there's so many of those now.
No, there's way too many. It's a very saturated space. I'm not really that big into that. I'm interested in these, see what they got. This one looks good. Energy. I like energy stocks. Well, I don't pay dividends. Oxy. Can't ignore Oxy on this.
I think Warren was gonna buy them out.
Completely. Or like take them private?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
I think he would made a bid for a portion of it. I think the petrochemical part of it.
Yeah, but I think he was a majority already.
Yeah, he's huge, but he was going to take buy a spin out of it, part of it.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get the 51% then. He'll run the board then.
Already does.
Oh, he does own. How many seats does he have?
I think he's, if not majority, but I'm sure like in the board dynamic, he's the guy who's calling the shot. I mean, his guys are calling the shots, right? Biggest shareholder by far.
See. Yeah, they owned it. I just looked it up. Yeah, they are the biggest. Yeah, they're the largest institutional. They have 2 seats. I mean, it's at a really good level. If they're to offer 30, I would load the boat on this stock. If they're to offer 30, I would go pretty heavy on this. Like super heavy if they give me this. What is that drawdown? Like 20%. 25% drawdown on this. I don't know. This looks. Oh, he had 9.7 billion deal to buy OxyChem.
Yeah, that's what I know. Yep.
And he doesn't mess on these guys. There's something behind it that he figured out. Their chemical unit for 9.7 in cash, all cash, of course. He never missed any of these buyouts. He's a frugal buyer on buyouts. Oh, I like this one. This is never a bad company to have. They also have dividends. He would not buy them if they were not paying it. Payout ratio is a little high. We'll keep an eye on it. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. We're gonna check
Shorty,
something.
what will
Mhm.
Shorty, what will be the good price to get into NOG? Looks like they pay very good dividend.
NOG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking right now. I didn't see their dividends posted.
Oh, okay. It looks like it is 8.33.
Oh, I see it now. I just refresh. Holy shit. Oh, but do you see their payout ratio? Ooh.
Where do you check that?
You can check right here.
Oh, okay. And dividends. Okay, let me check that.
That's your total dividends divided by net income.
Oh, okay. Looks like they are paying everything in that.
Yeah, so what that tells you, whenever it's high like this, it's basically them telling you that they take basically all their profits and return it to investors. So they're not
Yeah.
looking really to grow. They're just trying to keep it status quo, which is okay, right? Some of them are cash cows. But you just have to really look into it a little bit. Mm. And this is their value of like very long time, since 2018 till now. They're on the bottom of the value here. So you know you're gonna get somebody to show up here right now. It's very good. Sure, one more. Oof, man, this looks might not be a bad end. So here's NOG here. I just took their all-time chart, right? And you could potentially even like reduce it so you're only focused on this. But look where we are right now. You know, any dips here below, if they're to offer us something like right here, I mean, that'll be a no-brainer at that point.
Oh, and this is their all time, so that
Yeah,
explains
this
a
is
lot.
that's a pretty big level, man. This at 8% dividends. Let me see. And they just keep making it better and better. Probably gonna have this one added. Monday. Let me see, when is their dividend day?
I think it is end of the year or something. October 30th.
Yeah. Uh,
Sorry, December 30th.
December 30th. Yeah, the December 30th. Last one was September 29th, so we just that one passed. But this is not bad. I'll add this one on Monday.
Okay.
I'll add.
And Shorty, what is the payout ratio you look at? Like, what is the usual range?
You want it below, I would say at least below 60%. Below 50 gives you a little bit more confidence.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a cash cow company and you have to use like common sense, right? This will be a cash cow company, meaning it just collects cash and gives it back. They're not looking to grow. they're basically giving you the money back by giving them the capital, right? Investing in them, the equity. So now if their payout ratio is more than 100%, what would that tell you?
They're going to die down over time.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
losing money?
yeah, they're losing money and they're paying you dividends. Where the hell are you paying from? Are you financing dividends? And you don't want dividends to be financed in a cash cow company, right? So a payout ratio of like 98% means they're just giving it all back. Ideally, you want it to be 35 to 55%. Below 60s, pretty good. So over 100, you want to get away from it. But I like this one. I like energy stocks overall.
What do you think about nuclear stocks because of all this AI and stuff?
I'm open to them. You have any in mind?
Oklo is one.
SMR too?
Let's take Oklo. I'm gonna maximize the screen for a moment. Oh, this company make money. Anyway, what the hell did they do? From 24 to here, their market cap went 10x. But they don't make any money.
They're supplying military bases with portable nuclear fusion reactors, and their money is on maintaining them and getting residuals from the maintenance.
Mm. They haven't really sold a lot yet.
They're in the phases of government contracts, I believe.
Mm. So
They have
here,
earnings next week.
I would not buy this just yet. A retest of 60, I would be interested. I'm sure it can go higher on any news with the government, signing that and whatnot. But it just seems like it went. It's a weekly chart they're talking about from April. Did I catch the percentage? So you're talking about what is 1,000%? Yeah, I wouldn't touch this one personally, but what else you guys got?
SMR?
SMR. I guess they all went nuts about data centers. And this one looks somewhat similar setup, right? But they came back and retested the demand. Let's see if they make money. They actually have a little bit more. Hmm. So they actually missed earnings. You can see here a big miss. I would think that Oklo is going to miss too. I'll put it just so I can put an alert on this one. And Oklo. Just so I don't miss them if they do give me a level. But I'm not going to buy either one yet.
Can you also check LAC? It's a lithium company.
Yeah, that's the one the government was taking, right? LI, what?
LAC.
Let's see. Full sun showed up right on the high candle at $10. I mean, this is not a bad level if you want exposure to lithiums. This is not a bad level for it. Yeah, this is not a bad exposure for it. LAC. We'll probably add a small chunk, maybe 50K worth. Yeah, so might have some potential.
That's like a good price.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy, this is it. Golly, what in the world is this? So this one went from a $1.40 monthly bottom to the top. I wouldn't add this. This is all speculation at this point. You're not buying in value. Euro, CD. Did you mean Dominion, Peach? I like Dominion, right? We've had Dominion for some time. Dominion is a good company. Yeah, this is kind of what we were looking for. This one has lots of potentials to go higher. And it has a full send on the monthly, guys. This is going to $80. This was on our buy list a while back. STC. So this is elastic, right? So did anyone see what they do?
Data center?
Mm-hmm. So why does this make sense for you, anyone? It should give you. So here's this one. Watch this. Look at this piece right here. And where's everything going?
Data centers.
Clouds, private clouds, hybrids, right? They also have the monitoring, right, for visibility, Kubernetes and such. So they're actually, I like this company, right? This has a lot of potential for growth. They don't have dividends, but I think you can expect this to kind of be the late thing that people notice. And then one of my friends who I mentioned, I think a few times, he's also a CTO in a company that does a lot of data center stuff. And me and him converged on this topic. And he was pretty ecstatic that it's this cheap. And then I looked at it and I'm like, well, let me see kind of from technical standpoint what you have. Let me show you. Where's my chart? So here's ESTC right now. It tried. right here, dip, higher highs. They tried again. Everything they tried to go below the fair price of 6 years. What happened?
Got that back up.
They bought it back up immediately. They didn't even give it a chance, like to actually go further, down. So you just
But it
have
seems like
to.
it's not climbing higher though.
Well, I
Just
mean,
staying around POC.
exactly, because you're at the POC, right? So what happens at the POCs? You want to accumulate at the fair price, right? So you're really not leaving this area right now. You tried to go below. You haven't really tried to crack the top here, right? In some time, right? You're talking about since February. You haven't really March, actually. You haven't really tried to crack this, but you went twice and you bought it back up. Look at the volume on these things. So I think this might be a late one that comes in and benefits from it. So that's why I added. So this will have potential to double from here. You're looking something like 70%, maybe even a little bit more, but we will start closing it down. So I like this one a lot. Pretty good setup.
In my company, like we use Kibana, which is provided by Elastic for log
Yeah,
analysis and everything.
yeah. Is that compatible to Grafana or?
No, this is mostly for logs and everything.
Because Grafana, I don't know if you've heard of Grafana. Grafana does logs as well.
Yeah, we use Grafana as well for like dashboards and everything.
Oh, they're just the views. Okay. So what does Kibana do? This one doesn't?
This, yeah, Kibana is mostly for logs and logs analysis. All our logging goes in Kibana, and actually
Is that a
Kibana can also
modern
do.
technology?
No, this is just for like a tool for logging and kind
Oh,
of
interesting.
yeah.
I just Googled it. Wow. So does this go down to the like a memory leaks level and figuring it out, or how deep does it go? Like, is it for applications for their code, or is it more than that?
Yeah, so this is like where you can log everything and then kind of search through it. Where let's say if I want to go to any specific time or like any specific component which is failing, I can go to those levels and see a lot of dashboards and it'll give me all the logs and then
So this is the
highlight a few
website that
things.
you're
Yeah,
talking about, correct?
yeah, this is Kibana. Yeah,
Hmm.
you can write queries to find things inside it. Let's say give me this to this time for this to this user and things like that. So
Is it pretty sticky once you have it working? If you're to
yeah,
go to a different, once you have it set up, it seems like you have some pretty cool dashboards and heat maps. Once you have it, is it easy to get off of it and go elsewhere, or you don't want to do that once you're on it?
I'm not really sure, but what I have seen is like once we got Kibana, we have not searched for any other logging tools. I believe it is kind of a sticky, but no, not very sure.
Okay, I just asked the CTO who recommended it because they own that.
You guys think about Sigma
I just said, heard of Kibana. He said, yep, Elastic. I proved my case. Uh,
So did you guys talk about Sigma?
no, this was for Kibana.
I know, but have you talked in this stream about Sigma, or are you gonna talk later? Or?
No,
No?
I,
Okay.
You're talking about Figma? Sorry, I couldn't tell if you're talking about this one.
I'm asking if you guys have looked at Sigma recently, because it's down to $40 or 45 or whatever.
Yeah, I dabbled on it at like 55.
Oh, you still own it? Okay.
But I still own it, right? I don't put a lot of money in IPOs until I see something. But you know what I don't get about Figma? They're only a component. They're a tiny little component of Adobe, right? Adobe's in this space, but why is Figma getting so much attention on this? I mean, I don't do development. I haven't seen it in works, but this level where it's at right now is really enticing, and I'll show you why. The only thing that you can have, now is just fibs. So let me give you.
So the market cap is at around 20 billion now, which is what Adobe tried to buy them out for.
Exactly.
So there's a buyer there.
And this is the reason why I'm like, man, if they can reclaim 46, I would not be shocked if they just climb to 71. I mean, you could almost double your money on this. So I might, if they give me this reclaim on 46, I might be interested in just double my size. I don't have a lot. I have like maybe 20-something thousand dollars in it. So I probably wouldn't mind doubling, let the 50 go to hundreds, and then if they ever do something crazy, but
I was looking at this and it reminded me, given how old I am, of the Facebook IPO, if you remember that.
yeah.
Same story, divided by 3, then multiply by 10.
Yeah, I could see that. So you just let it run. You put $50,000 and just let it go in.
Yeah.
So I'll probably add Figma more. I have to check with this guy, see if his company uses it. One of my friends who's a developer, Ernesto, we go riding bikes together, mountain biking, and he's supposedly one of the better developers with AI and whatnot. And he said that all of his UX people use Figma.
Good to know. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely monitor this one for ad. All right, guys, I do have to get going. I have 15 minutes to get ready and get my kid to a soccer game here at 12. We will do a tonight watch update, market update at 9, and then I'll also cover portions of footprints for everyone on the call, and then I'll schedule a next week's session for Sunday, and we'll focus solely on footprints. I'll post a link to the stocks that we found, and then if we have any that I missed today from somebody, we can cover some tonight as well. I just have to get ready. I'm still in PJ, so I have to get ready and get on the road for the soccer game.
Beautiful. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. See you guys tonight at 9 p.m.
Thank you.